So after drama, what next? What we do know is that Kevin McCarthy, the man who only lasted 9 months in the speakership and was the first to be ousted as speaker from the floor, has essentially said he is not running again.
I believe I can continue to fight, maybe in a different manner. I will not run for speaker again. I'll have the conference pick somebody else.
So the question next is who will take his place? Well, there are going to be lots of names floating around, but first of all, focus on these two. We have Steve Scalise, the number 2 of McCarthy, the House Majority Leader, who has been calling Conservatives for a long time. He's a Republican from Louisiana. He is very much part of the MAGA crowd, although he does, at the moment, have cancer and going under treatment for that. That may be a problem. Also look at Jim Jordan. If anyone, you looked at the Benghazi hearings or the current impeachment inquiry, he is a flamethrower Republican congressman from Ohio, very much part of the MAGA crowd. The question is for both these and anyone else who gets in the races, can they command all of the votes essentially in the Republican caucus? Remember, they have a majority of about 4. They can only lose about 4 votes. So it's going to be very, very difficult. There may be other contenders coming along as well, but essentially, to use a metaphor, it's a bit like a doctor changing, but the patient not. And the patient has the same diseases, the same divisions in the Republican Party when it comes to cutting spending or aid for Ukraine. The same divisions when it comes to whether to support Donald Trump's MAGA wing of the party or be more moderate. A lot of Republicans have seats where Joe Biden won to become president. So it's very, very complicated indeed. And the trouble is, nothing can happen in the House of Representatives here behind me until a speaker is appointed. Now, it'll take about a week for them to coalesce behind a candidate. There'll be a private vote amongst the Republicans. Then it will go to the whole floor. You should imagine the Democrats opposing whatever their choice and trying to nominate their own minority leader, Hakeem Jeffries. That's formulaic, but it's going to be very, very difficult. Meanwhile, Ukraine aid is a big, big problem. The Pentagon say they have about $5 billion left, enough for a couple of months. They may be able to find a bit more money. And then, of course, remember, all this crisis started when Kevin McCarthy breached a deal with the Democrats to keep the government running, but only until November 17th. What if we don't get a speaker by then? What if the speaker isn't strong enough? Are we going to face the same problems? Are we going to face another government shutdown? This is really a huge problem. Essentially, American institutions encapsulated by the House of Representatives are still showing a very bad example on how to govern, let alone keep the government working. Nathan King, CGTN on Capitol Hill.